What are you excited to see about tonight in Sgt.Will Gardner?
I've worked with Max Martini a couple times, so I want to support him. I'm curious to see what the story is about. You know, I've always had like a heart for anything that's related to the military. You know, I come from a long line of people that in the military, as like a lot of people here. So that's why I'm excited to kind of see what Max did, because Max wrote it, he's directed it. So I'm really excited to see what he's doing on that side of the camera, since I always worked with him on the other side. Yeah.
Because you worked with him on the other side.
Yeah.
And what was that like when you worked with him?
It was a lot of fun. We worked together on Training Day, the TV show, and then earlier this year, my wife worked with him on NCIS Los Angeles, so I actually ran into him there. So Team Bovill's we both worked with him at different times.
So wonderful. You're like a family in a sense. Talk to us a little bit about Vice, because that's come out now, and how do you feel about it?
You know, I'm excited about it. I was just excited to work with that level of cast. You know, it was all these just heavy-hitting people, and I was like, kind of like the new older guy. I didn't start doing this till I was like 46, and so I was the one kind of unknown dude that was in there. And but man, I got to work with Christian Bale and Steve Carell and Bill Clapp, Adam McKay. You know, and you had Sam Rockwell and Amy Adams. It's just like. That was surreal. You know, it was a lot of fun.
I'm actually dying to see it. So I want to know, why do you think it's important to showcase such a film like it right now?
Well, I mean, because there really is a lot of parallels with what's going on right now in the current administration. But what it clearly shows to you is what happens when power is unchecked. When you get somebody that's in power, that there is no checks and balances with them, you can have those potential kind of train wrecks. And that is what that movie showed, the historical stuff there. And that, to me, is what some of the sad parallels is with today. So, I mean, to me, that way, it really will show what has happened and what could happen. Yeah.
When it comes to veterans now, of course, with regards to the movie, are there any people that you know have gone through some like traumatic experiences from going to war?
Not directly like a PTSD type of thing, but like, you know, my grandfather was a heavily decorated World War II veteran, never really talked about the war when he came back. But I just think my dad didn't want to have us talk about it. His brother was one of the guys at Pearl Harbor when that was bombed, and he was on the USS Minneapolis. But when they came back, that generation was a little bit different. When my brothers were in, not so much. But I mean, it is a tremendous issue, because the guys that come back, or the women that come back, it's a different thing from what we do in this business, you know, where we're pretending. But when you're in a combat zone and you're actually getting shot at, that is a different thing. I mean, actually, what it made me think of one. There's a friend of ours. The wife was telling us one time that her husband just didn't seem like the same when he came back. And he's a Marine that had done a couple tours of Iraq. And I said, well, when did you get back? It was like just 2 weeks. I said, you got to let him get some time to depress. The guy just got back. And he's totally cool now. But I said, you understand that he's a Marine. He's probably been getting shot at, because those guys aren't sitting back. They're looking for trouble. And so it's a tremendous issue that needs to be dealt with, because, you know, the veterans, they lay it on the line for all of us to be able to do what we're doing right now.
Yes, and it's great to see you here, because this film is supporting 3 different charities, or 30% of the proceeds are going towards charities to support veterans. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting, right?
No, it is for me. I mean, like I said, I come from a long line. I mean, dates back into the Civil War, where I would have had relatives that would have died as Yankees in Confederate prisons and stuff like that. So it goes way back with our family, way back.
So finally, what can we expect of you this year? What are you excited about that's coming out for you, or that you're working on for yourself?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I write, that I'm developing on TV side and film side. But I do have one thing that'll be really funny with Kevin Hart. It just hasn't been announced. So I'll wait for Kevin to announce it, but that'll be coming up. That is funnier than hell.